Get this chair out of here. Sup, fuckers? Welcome to. Hold up, the lighting in here is trash. No, that's worse. Actually, hold on. Hold on. What if. So, fuckers, welcome to Call the Game. It's your boy Shane here. Yes, we are so back. So back that we're back. Alright, now we got some things to recap. But first, we're just gonna jump right into.
If you bet on this, call the number.
We find something stupid, absolutely stupid to bet on. Now, this is kind of betting on multiple things. Bovada, you know our thing with Bovada. They have the stupidest shit. They have a thing for the Magic, because Trae Young hasn't been extended yet. He's not feeling that. There might be some trade rumors there. The Magic are favored to get him. They also have been favored to get Dame if he was to get traded. Now he's on Portland. Jordan Poole, he went to New Orleans. And Darius Garland, who won't be getting traded. I think he's missing the first month of the season, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, Trae Young, I doubt he gets traded. Maybe at the deadline if they can't come to an agreement on a deal. But, like, there's no way they let him walk next offseason. There's no way. All right. So, yeah, if you're betting on fucking the Magic getting some star player, call a fucking number. Jesus Christ. Like, what are you doing? Now it's time for.
Eskimo Brothers. Brrr.
Have celebrity Amber Rose. She is a model and TV personality. She has a thing for some athletes. We have. She was married to Wiz Khalifa. I mean, not an athlete, but she was married to Wiz Khalifa for 3 years. She dated Terrence Ross for a while. Same with James Harden. She dated Odell Beckham. Not sure if that's true or not. She dated Amari Stoudemire. And last winter, not this past winter, 2024, she linked with CJ Stroud. So she kind of has a track record there. But yeah, there's a couple other guys who I didn't really know who they were, so I didn't include them. Yeah. All right. We're going to recap March Madness, NFL offseason, NBA playoffs, and the NBA offseason. Well, there's a lot to recap. So I got 5 takeaways from each. And if there's something else that pops in my head that's not in the list, obviously we're going to talk about it. So our last episode was my March Madness bracket. I had another episode planned, but then I was just so locked in on school. I was getting anally fucked with schoolwork the last semester ever. But yeah. So March Madness takeaways. First of all, shout out Florida. They won it all. They had a hard route to take. They had UConn. They honestly, Auburn blew that Final Four game. Houston was up majority of the game, somehow lost. I'm trying to think who else they played. UConn was second round. Who they have in the Sweet 16? I forget who they had the Sweet 16 in the Elite Eight, but I know those were close games too. They had probably they had a very hard route to take, and they popped off. Yo, I tripled down on them, picked them to win in my bracket, picked them to win in my stepmom's bracket for a teacher, and then I picked Walter Clayton to win Most Outstanding Player before the Final Four. So, yeah, shout out Walter Clayton. He probably wouldn't have gotten drafted if he didn't pop off in March Madness, and he went 18th overall. Absolute dog. Right? 18? Yeah, I think so. I'll feel like looking it up. All right. All the one seeds for the in the Final Four, first time ever. Auburn, Duke, Houston, Florida. And the goes, fucking Duke should be Houston. Yo, I was at the bar during that game. Then we went to another bar. And then, because I thought I was trying to watch that end of that game. And then I thought Duke was up. They were about to, I thought Duke was about to win. Next thing you know, I find out the next bar, Houston came back and won. Like, bro, Cooper Flag, what are we doing here? And then, yeah, Auburn booed against Florida. Shout out Jedi Broom, future 6-show legend, hopefully. That'd be fire. And then, yeah, Tashad Pettiford, he's a dog. He needs to stay out of trouble, but he's a dog. He's about to be one of the best players in college basketball this year. No doubt. And then, yeah, shout out Duke. They had 3 top 10 picks. 2, actually, because they had, I think, another guy go first round pick. And then they had, no, wait. Then they had 5 first round picks. So I know Sion James was an early second round pick. I know actually, no. They had 5 guys drafted. 3 in the first round, 2 in the second round. Sion James and Tyrese Proctor won the second round. And then we had Cooper Flag going number 1 to the Mavs. Connor Knipple going 4 to the Hornets. And then Nolly Watch went 10 to the Suns. And then Hornets got Sion James in the second round. Cavs got Tyrese Proctor. Yo, Tyrese Proctor was drafted during a fucking Burger King commercial. Homeboy is going to be out for blood. Mark my words. I don't know if we'll do anything on the Cavs, but watch out. Yeah, shout out Duke. I already talked about them. Yo, BYU. Shout out BYU. They made it was either Sweet 16 or the Elite 8. I forget. Kevin Young, absolute stud at head coach. And yo, they just got the number 1 recruit, AJ DeBanza. Yo, real talk. How are you the number 1 recruit and you go to BYU? Dog, if you get caught having sex, you're like suspended for the year. It's all Mormons there. I bet if you drink soda, you're suspended for a game. Like, I don't know. Better be careful, bro. Maybe he's a virgin. All right, and then 5. Yo, shout out Paige Buchers for reminding everyone she's that bitch. And UConn winning it all on the women's side. Yo, she's been an absolute dog in the WNBA too this year. Shout out her. All right, I'm trying to think. Nah, nothing else I can think of for March Madness. It was so long ago. All right, NFL all season. First of all, Shadir at one point was projected to go number 1 pick during the season. He was supposed to go top 10 for a while. Come draft night, he might have fallen out first round, or at least before there was possibility. But he falls all the way to the 5th round to the Browns, who drafted Dylan Gabriel over him in the 3rd round. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Dylan Gabriel, but Shadir over Shadir, really? I didn't like Jackson Dart. Giants picking Jackson Dart over Shadir either. I think he's over. I think taking Jackson Dart in the first round is an absolute mistake. Second round, if they wanted to wait until early second round to take him, that would have been all right. I don't know. I don't know. And then the Saints have a fucking 26-year-old rookie starting at QB. Yeah, that's going to be a mess. What else we got? Yo, the Steelers made arguably the three biggest trade this offseason. They traded for DK Metcalf, gave him a massive extension, and then they traded George Pickens right after. And then they traded Minka Fitzpatrick back to the team he tried to leave for Jalen Ramsey. Huge, huge. Oh, and they signed Aaron Rodgers too, which helps. But then, I don't know. I don't know. Their only good weapons are DK and fucking Fryerman. Jalen Warren hasn't proven to be a solid starting running back. And then they lost Najee Harris. Caleb Johnson, I think, could be solid though. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get why I get it, he was a diva, but like, yo, DK and Pickens could have been the nastiest duo. And the Steelers fumbled that. Like, come on, what are we doing here? Also, DK got overpaid. Terry McLaurin wants out because they won't give him the same amount of him. Yeah, I get it. He's 2 years older. But right now, I'm taking Terry McLaurin over DK all day. It's not even close. He should be making more than him for being for real. Oh yeah. Also, Cam Ward went number 1 to the Titans. Looks phenomenal. Nobody's talking about it. No news outlet, no media coverage whatsoever for the number 1 pick. No one cares more about a 5th round pick whose dad is the greatest corner of all time. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yes. This is literally This is literally fucking Bron. He's the NFL Bronny. Like, think about it. Bronny probably got more national coverage this past year than any other rookie in the NBA. Mind you, we had Jared McCain, who was pretty well known. Bro has a side hustle as a TikTok star, pretty well known for that. Stephon Castle was phenomenal as a rookie. Zachary Ricochet was dropping fucking 30 bombs the second half of the year. Nobody was talking about them. Nope. Everyone cares more about Brownie. And that's how it's going to be. Everyone's just going to be talking about Travis Hunter and Shadir all year. Nobody's going to give a fuck about anyone else. Alright. Broncos and Pats, big winners in free agency. Broncos got Evan Ingram, Dre Greenlaw, Talanoa Hufanga, J.K. Dobbins, who's a solid starting back, went healthy last year. And also he went to a division rival. He's out for blood. The Pats also got Stephon Diggs. Him and Drake May look like a nasty duo. Stephon Diggs is definitely a solid pick for comeback player of the year. Milton Williams, Harold Landry, Milton Williams, best of luck, Brody. Robert Spillane, Carlton Davis. Phenomenal free agency. And they got Will Campbell at 4 when their O-line was their biggest need. Yeah, that's huge. And then the Jags, a little risky move, but could end up paying off. They gave up a first-round pick to trade up 3 spots to get fucking, what's his face? Travis Hunter. It's looking like he's going to be the number 1 receiver in the second corner. Do I think he'll win Rookie of the Year? No. But he will be a cheat code in fantasy. I don't know if it'll be worth trading up a first-round pick for, because I don't think the Jags are going to make the playoffs this year, to be honest. All right. NBA playoffs. First of all, the Thunder win it all. Like I said, all year. Since last summer, honestly. I thought they would win it to go over the Celtics in 6. They beat the Pacers in 7. The first game 7 we've had in 9 years? Also, shout out Tyrese Halliburton. I'm recency bias could be hell of a drug, but this run might have solidified him as one of the best clutch playoff performers of all time. Yes. He had NBA players called him the most overrated player in the NBA. What does he do? Go on the most diabolical playoff run ever. And then he hits a buzzer winner Game-winning buzzer beater. Blah, I can't fucking talk today. Game-winning buzzer beater against the Cavs. And then he hit another one against the Knicks. And then he hit another one against the Thunder. Yeah. So that's crazy. Not to mention, he had a couple nice comebacks where he was cooking in the end of the game. Nah. Also, fuck Miles Turner. He is a bitch. Certified bitch. I get it. He's been in trade rumors past 10 seasons or whatever. But like, dog. You just went to the finals and you go to one arguably their biggest rival, even though you beat them in the playoffs the last 2 seasons. How does that make sense? What? So stupid. Nah. Fuck Miles Turner. On God. Alright. Next. Yeah, the Knicks. Shout out the Knicks, even though I'm not a Knicks fan. I like my Nova boys, you know? Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart. They made the conference finals for the first time in 25 years. Just to fire Tibbs right after. Listen, I was saying all year, if the Knicks don't do anything in the playoffs, Tibbs is getting fired. And I think Tibbs was getting fired anyway after this. No. I think Tibbs is a very overrated head coach. But firing him after you made the conference, after you had your best season in 25 years. Why? That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Like, Mike Brown is a very solid hire, don't get me wrong. But what are you doing? I mean, he can only get away with playing the starters 40 minutes for so long, but still, it's ridiculous. Also, yeah, shout out the Nuggets. They beat the Clippers in 7 the first round. I thought for sure the Clippers were winning that series. And then they took the current champions to 7 games with an interim head coach and no bench. Yeah, the Nuggets are going to be a team to watch out for. Considering they just took the champs to 7 games with an interim head coach, and they got some depth. Tim Hardaway Jr., Jonas Valanciunas, they got another stud. Oh, they brought back Bruce Brown, who's a big part of their 2023 win. Yeah, there might be another guy, but Nuggets, they're probably going to be a top 3 seed for sure. And then, last one, the Warriors, they upset the Rockets, who are the 2 seed. For Warriors, who only were in the play-in because they lost the last game of the regular season. They beat the Rockets in 7. And if Steph Curry didn't get hurt, in my opinion, I think they would have beat the Timberwolves. Would they have made the finals? No, I don't think so. But I think they would have beat the Timberwolves. Maybe give the Thunder some smoke. That's just me. All right. Next up, some NBA offseason takeaways. Yo, Cooper Flag goes to the Mavs, huh? Right after they trade Luka Doncic for only AD, Max Christie, and a first-round pick. There's something sketchy about all this. I don't know. I think, in my opinion, there is some collusion here. I think Adam Silver saw the Lakers are cooked when LeBron retires. I guess the Mavs front office wasn't really feeling Luka. When Silver calls up Nico Harrison and was like, hey, send Luka to LA. And if y'all are trash, we'll rig the lottery for you. Well, I don't know. This is fishy. Something fishy about all this. Also, the Spurs got the 2nd pick when they have a really good young core and they're about to be filthy next season. I really like Dylan Harper. I just think the Spurs are going to be holding them back. They had De'Aaron Fox, who's phenomenal. They just gave a massive extension, so they're clearly moving forward with them as their starting point guard. Stephon Castle's the reigning rookie of the year. So you got Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper could be in the running for $6 million a year as a rookie. Not going to lie. And then shout out VJ Edgecombe, the generator, going 3rd overall to the Sixers. And I really wanted Ace Bailey so bad. until he decided to be a little bitch and not want to play for the Sixers. Because why the fuck would I want my team to draft someone who doesn't want to play for them? He said he didn't want to. He basically, everyone thought he was only going somewhere between 6 and 8 to the Pelicans, Wizards, or Nets. But Danny Ainge, who the Jazz were at 5, says, fuck all that. I'm taking Ace Bailey. You're playing here, whether if you like it or not. I love that shit. I think Ace Bailey's going to be phenomenal. Will he be in Utah for long? We'll see. All right. Giannis might want out. He has not said he will. He said he wants to stick around. But he also said earlier this offseason he is open to getting traded. Do I think he's getting traded right now? No, absolutely not. But the fact that they cut Dame to get Miles Turner left a sour taste in his mouth, and I think the Bucks don't do anything. This season's gonna be his last season. He gets traded next offseason. Yo, I have a great trade that the Bucks can do. Giannis goes to the Spurs. The Spurs trade Dylan Harper, Devin Vassell, Jeremy Sohan, and either Keldon Johnson or Carter Bryant. Probably Keldon Johnson, because Carter Bryant will probably be solid, but I feel like Keldon Johnson's more proven. And then like 3, 4, maybe 5 first-round picks. Yeah. If you're going to trade Giannis, now is the time. He's 30. He's in his prime. He just had arguably the best season of his career, and nobody talking about it. I don't know about best season of his career, but he popped off this year. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they got it. They're not going anywhere with him at this point. They have no future. They need to stop. Yeah. Trade Giannis while you can. Alright. KD trade. KD got traded to the Rockets after all this drama. He got traded to the Rockets for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks. There are other guys in picks. Yeah. I love this trade. I really like KD to the Rockets. They have a phenomenal young core. They need that go-to guy. And they got him. Jalen Green was way too inconsistent for that team. He has a nice mentor, Devin Booker, over in Phoenix. Yeah. I think both teams won this trade. I feel like their point guard position is very questionable. I don't know why they re-signed Fred VanVleet. He's honestly washed. I feel like I'd say hopefully, honestly, I bet Reed Shepard has a bigger role this season. He ends up taking the starting point guard spot at some point. At least I hope so. Reed Shepard's a dog. All right. Restricted free agency is absolutely weird. Because why the fuck haven't the Sixers re-signed Quentin Grimes yet? Huh? Weird. Don't know what we're doing. He's basically the go-to guy second half of the year. Come on, like he should be our starting 2 guard next year, and then our 6 man once Jared McCain starts. But yeah, come on, what are we doing? And then Jonathan Kuminga, how has he not been signing trade already? Clearly, he has no future with the Warriors. They're holding him back. He could be a dog, but Draymond, they're holding him back off the bench. I don't know what they're doing. The King should have went after him. I don't know why they didn't want Malik Monk. I think Podziemski's a little inconsistent. He's kind of a bitch, too. I don't know. The Warriors are cooked next season if they don't get anyone. I guess sounds like Al Horford is signing with them. It's just not official. I don't know. I'm not feeling the Warriors next season. They'll probably be a playing team, if I were to guess. And then, oh yeah, Josh Giddey. I mean, I don't think he deserves $30 million, but they're giving him $20 million for 4 years. See, he deserves like $25 million. He was phenomenal last season. He could be a big part of the Bulls team moving forward, but the Bulls are absolutely shafting it right now. And then you got the Nets. Cam Thomas, phenomenal shooter, but he's also a ball hawk, and he's can be a little inconsistent at times. He wants 40 million. Is he worth 40 million? Absolutely not. He says he wants to make more money than Kobe White, Tyler Hero, and Manuel Quickly. Is he better than Tyler Hero? No. Is he better than Manuel Quickly? Yes. Is he better than Kobe White? Debatable. But I don't know. He deserves to get paid. 40 million? No. Absolutely not. And then, yo, shout out my dog, the future Yao Ming, Gen Z Yao Ming, Yang Hansen. He was supposed to be a second round pick. The Blazers took him, traded down from the lottery, took him at 16. He's gonna be a dog. I would have loved that the Sixers took him with the early second. The Sixers took him at 34, wherever the fuck we had him. But yeah, I'll look Yang Hansen. He's a dog. Do I think he should have won at 16? No, absolutely not. Hopefully you guys don't hear the garage door, but yeah.